Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement. Good day, viewers, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. I am Philip Sidney, your host. Our discussion today surrounds a trade fair, which will be taking place on Saturday in the Constitution Park in Castries. You'll hear all about it because it's a symbiotic relationship between St. Lucia and the French Antilles. So with me to discuss this activity and more activities is Mr. Maurice Modeste, who is a councillor at the Castries Constituency Council, and Teresa Samuel, who is the president of the St. Lucia Association and the French Association. Welcome to the program, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Teresa, we have a lot of history in the sense that the Ministry of Agriculture many moons ago have always organized a fair in Martinique, an exhibition in Martinique. The last time I learned about 98 persons from St. Lucia, both agro-processors, also we had culture, you know. So we have had that relationship for many moons. But I want you to give us a brief history of the St. Lucia French Association.
Good morning, viewers. Mr. Sidney, it is just that, the association was created in Martinique, where Miss Elizabeth Grant wanted to look onto the welfare of St. Lucians living in Martinique. She's a lady from England. So she said, what better way than to form an organization where their voice can be heard. And with that regard, an association was formed under the name of Association Sept-Lucie Martinique. And Sept-Lucie Martinique, the delegation from Babonneau, we were invited to Martinique in 1989 when we were asked to create a branch of this association in St. Lucia. So in 1990, that was done, from a branch of this association at Babonneau, under the leadership of myself and Mr. Michael Toussaint. And then Mrs. Poyot, who is our parliamentary rep right now, was deeply involved, and she led Mr. Toussaint led the first delegation to Martinique in 1990. We also had Mr. Monley from GIS who traveled with us at the time. So it went a long way. And then with that, there was a bank start. It started with we did cultural exchange, we had sports and exhibition. They had the Laros group, they had the Fedos from Babonneau, and this really attract the eyes of the public in the French country. So after this, every year they started sending the invitation for the group to have a summer tour. So we continue doing the summer tour as an exchange, as a yearly program. But I have to say heads up to the members, because with the Pride using their own money to get the national costume, the Jeep, where they parade and, you know, display the St. Lucia culture in the French countries. And hence the reason that other countries figure like they should be part of it, which is like Guadeloupe, Cayenne, and the other countries.
Okay. Where did agriculture come in? Because I know we came into the whole melee. And I remember they came to St. Lucia, and we hosted them as Minister of Agriculture, and then from there they had this relationship.
Okay. Well, the agriculture came in when we were invited to a Foire Agricole in Rivière-Pilote as a delegation from St. Lucia with the association. We participated the first year. But like with me, I always like to see things goes well for our country. So when they call on us the second year, I figure like we should involve the government. So hence the reason that we came to the government as usual, and then the delegation we were introduced to you, and that is how the delegation was led to the FAR Agricole and Rivier Pilot for the second time. But the time when you went with the delegation, it was the second time, because when we went the first time, we felt we needed more than that.
Yes.
It could have been further than that, and St. Lucia could have benefited much more.
In fact, we benefited a lot. I remember we had Viking Traders and Barron's Foods who were on that tour with us, and from there, Barron Foods took off. And right now, Barron Foods is big worldwide. Because of that assistance, I think they gave them over there was an eye-opener, because they told them the label had to be revised, you know, have the barcode and also have the French. So that came a long way. And Baron, so I'm very happy that St. Lucia was able to showcase, you know, our value-added products, you know, on the markets there. And since then, I think our products have been on the market shelves in Martinique. And I think it's an ongoing thing. But moving forward, what's happening coming this weekend?
Okay, well, this coming weekend, Association Sept-Lucie Territoire Forcé des Amériques, formerly known as I said, Sept-Lucie Martinique, will be celebrating 32 years in existence in St. Lucia. So when we thought of having this celebration, it was supposed to have been in 2020. But however, due to COVID, we had to cancel this celebration. We are twinning with an association, all the cooks from Guadeloupe, all the cooks, Cuisine de la Guadeloupe. So we had the first twinning with them in 2019. So we are now doing the second twinning during our celebration on the 20th, 19th to the 20th of November.
Okay.
So we have a very big delegation coming in from the 18th to the 20th.
Okay. How many people you expect to come from Martinique and Guadeloupe,
Between
approximately?
Martinique and Guadeloupe, we have like close to 100.
100, wow, wow. And one of the main activity is to have this street fair where they will be able to view our products again, because we have a lot of products on hand right now. Since then, we have had a mango festival, we have had a banana festival, a Simos festival. So there's a lot to showcase, and I'm hoping that there'll be again that discussion when it comes to marketing. So I know that the Castries Constituency Council is playing a key role in that regard. So Mr. Modest, tell me exactly where are you all in that event?
Well, the Castries Constituency Council joined up with the association so that they can put on this exhibition and twinning arrangements, all these things, the logistics that we are putting in place. So we are expecting the program to comprise of the president of the regional council from Guadeloupe. We're making arrangements for his transportation and so on. We'll be arriving on Friday afternoon, and we'll be meeting with the Prime Minister. So we're facilitating all these things on the ground. Right. Apart from that, the exhibition, which will be held in Constitution Park, we are putting all the fixtures in place for that also. And the entertainment part of it, also we are arranging. So almost everything will be happening within that area of the Castries Town Hall and the Constitution Park. Taking in consideration that we would have preferred to have it on Derrick Walcott Square, but due to the weather and the situation on the ground, that we have moved it. And I think it would be a good place, and it's always a place that's always filled up with people, especially on a Saturday.
There's a lot of traffic there.
There's a lot of traffic there. And the entertainment part, where we're going to have our locals and Ashanti and Robbie and so on will be part of the entertainment. We have this special guest that we got introduced to from Martinique, and the tune, if both will be during the week, it will be out somewhere on the radio, on the TV, or on Facebook and so on, that it's really tying in with the theme for this whole production, which is essence of Saint Lucia.
L'essence Saint Lucie.
L'essence Saint Lucie. So toutes ces goûts, toutes ces bagailles là, so là nous kayni en chai c'est des fois un groupe là qui a une place là qui a produit bagailles Saint Lucie. Simos, tamarind ball, tablette, toutes sortes de qualités bagailles qui bagailles Saint Lucie. Nous kayni ça là. So exhibition c'est l'autre chose pour dire, c'est toutes ces mères en cette liste, qu'on vient fort, et puis vient fort nord, et puis vient fort sud, et puis là-bas, oui, Grosile, toutes ces choses qui ont été invitées en fonction de ça. Et puis chaque côté en voiture, quand il mène un compagnie, partisan, pour faire une exhibition qui a point coup, même place là. So, toutes ces bagailles, cette liste, qui Dubaï, qui l'essence cette liste, tout ça qui a so. Jusqu'à robe douillette et puis had national, toutes ces bagailles qui a sur exhibition. So, place ça qui pack. Sur les ans, nous avons invité toute cette liste qui est venue à dans les mélanges nous et puis cette liste avec Martinique et Guadeloupe samedi le 19. Samedi qui va venir.
D'accord. Bon, on regarde vendredi, Samuel. Dis-nous qui ça a fait vendredi, laissez-moi en tuer.
Vendredi, c'est mon développé, laissez-moi en tuer. Nous sommes le président région de la Guadeloupe qui a tué. Et puis il a ouvert un chat à ce VG. Mais là, il a ouvert un meeting depuis le Premier ministre pour discuter d'autres collaborations entre cette liste et puis Guadeloupe. Parce qu'il voulait développer une collaboration. Ça. Après, nous, c'est les autres qui ont ouvert par bateau, il y a des qui ont ouvert par l'aéroport là, nous allons aller joindre. Et puis nous allons mener à l'hôtel. Et après, nous allons dîner Grosile et puis tout le monde va aller Grosile Friday night.
Ok, d'accord. Et qu'est-ce que ça a fait samedi?
Samedi, c'est mon développé, c'est un gros jour. Samedi, c'est une longue journée. Comme M. Modeste a dit, samedi, nous allons trade show en Castor. Nous allons demander tous ces gens qui ont participé et puis association pour les associations, pour association, nous allons Martinique, nous allons Guadeloupe, pour chaque compagnie. Nous allons demander tout le monde pour venir pour supporter parce que ça a une bonne opportunité eux-mêmes pour choquer produit. Ok, so trade show a fait Constitution Park qu'on a dit et puis même là après nous avons une discussion et puis roundtable discussion comme press conference et puis c'est officiel là. Après ça, il y a le président qui a fait une contribution pour cette liste de la violence qui est supposée ouvrir ici, même samedi à la 19. Mais même si nous n'avons pas une ambulance pour nous tuer, mais il a fait une contribution et il a nous la clé. So, Office Fire Service, Premier ministre et puis délégation qui mettent en place pour recevoir la clé ça, qui a une contribution parce qu'il y a une opportunité à nous gagner en développement activité ça pour profiter et faire contribution à même ça.
Okay. I think what's going to happen in the morning is that we're going to have this press conference, press briefing. Then the Minister of Local Government will deliver in his remarks and so on. We're expecting the Prime Minister to be there also at that time. So we're going to have this short press conference just to, because we also will be having members of the press from Martinique. Some of them are traveling with the Consul General and the President and so on. So all these things will be in place. We'll start there. From there we declare the exhibition open, which will be in Constitution Park. Right? And then the activity will go on, the music, the dancing, and I think it's a good opportunity for some of our people that are producing things. Sometimes people have ideas. I know for a fact a friend of mine got an opportunity to, for the first time, to exhibit at the Taiwanese trade show, you know, and so on. And all the time she was being laid back and things. So I said, but you have to, when you get opportunities, you have to take it. Now, if you're not there to be to know what is happening and to take part, I mean, you'll just be left behind. So if sometimes somebody may have an idea, you come there and you'll speak to somebody from Martinique, and next thing you find that you in production or in partnership.
Very good point. I want to continue that point, but we are due for our break now. You're watching Agriculture on the Move. We'll be back soon.
Okay.
Do you really even know all the chemicals and hormones used to accelerate their growth? All the artificial flavoring, sweeteners and colors too. We consume and we don't spare a thought for the damage that they'll do. No, think about the children. Think about the children. How will we save them? Chemicals and GMOs are not the solution. Use organic and join.
Excessive agrochemical use, additives, and genetically modified foods are harmful to health and the environment. Join the good food revolution. Grow, buy, and consume organic. A message from Rise St. Lucia and the Ministry of Sustainable Development with funding from the GEF Small Grants Program, UNDP.
The good food revolution.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move, and of course our discussion, if you tune in late, we are talking about the French Association and St. Lucia having an activity here this weekend. The main showcase is the trade show in the Constitution Park, and it's keeping with our food and nutrition security, which is the mantra of the Ministry of Agriculture. And with me, of course, Mr. Modest from the Castaways Constituency Council, and of course, Ms. Samuel, who is the president of the association. The Minister of Agriculture, I know he was invited to be, present, right? Am I correct, Ms.? Okay, so that again, we need to showcase what we produce here. The ministry's tagline is to eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. Because we want to be, how should I put it, to be self-sufficient, to ensure that we reduce on our food import bill. So I'm thinking this opportunity, because so far I have probably about 30 to 35 persons who are going to be exhibiting on that day. All right, because I've been given the opportunity to coordinate that aspect of it. And just before I came here, I've been in touch with a number of persons, the agro-processors, we just finished a CMOS festival. We also, we finished not too long ago, we had a mango festival and a banana festival. So all of this is a melange. Nice. That's what we're going to have here. We're hoping we have to have Viking Traders, also Baron's Foods, hopefully, and all of the new entrepreneurs who are doing their own cottage industry at their homes. We have, of course, our famous St. Lucia Network of Rural Women from Babono, and also from Miku. Of course, the Miku dark chocolate. This one. So I'm hoping that there will be market opportunities, for our people here, in St. Lucia, in Martinique. You mentioned about other things like the craft, and from Martinique also will be coming down with to showcase some. Tell us about that.
Well, what we have is like the Martinique and Guadeloupe. We have a stand for the French, so they will be showcasing a little of, because with them traveling by air, it's not possible to
bring everything. Yes.
So they will be showcasing a little of their local products as well. Okay, maybe not too much to sell, but
just to
show
showcase
us that what we are having, what they are having. And also they will be having the samples as well. They'll be sampling the tea punch, and so we'll be able to see and taste the real tea punch, like we are sampling what they do, but they will be able to do it and let us sample their tea punch, because they are famous with the rum and this.
Definitely. Mr. Modest, moving forward, how do you see the Castaways Constituency Council and other councils around the island, coming together to ensure that, to embrace that activity?
Well, after the cultural presentation and so on, later we're going to have a roundtable discussion with most of the mayors from around the island, and those that are coming in from from Martinique and Guadeloupe, so that we can talk about the possibilities that will be around that we can both take part in. So we from there we'll be able to identify what we can do, what we can get from them, what they can get from us, and so on. So the exchange will really start from that end. So sort of now it's like a testing ground. So we come in together, we have the first test, we check everything, we see what you have, or you see what some of the capabilities that we have in processing. We have so many things I'm sure that we'll be able to identify and work together. I think one of the groups from Guadeloupe specifically asked for this cultural group from that side. Yes. Wuletete.
Yes,
I don't know. Myself, Wuletete. So you la. You know. So they'll be part of the entertainment segment down on Saturday.
And I hear Robbie will be here.
Robbie,
Ashanti.
we have Ashanti, and we may have one or two others because we don't want to make the thing too long, but at the same time compact that everybody can enjoy. You know, because sometimes on a Saturday, you know, people are up and about.
Correct.
So we'll be able to do all these things in quick time, and then after that, then we'll hear from the real juice of the Saturday activity, which is the gentleman from Martinique, Ron, I think, Ron Théophile, et puis il chante une chanson Moun à Moun.
Moun à Moun.
Ouais. So let's, I mean, autant de chansons ou même on y peut mettre comme ensemble. Oui, de toute manière. La musique là est chaud. Et puis ici, il y a des trucs populaires sur YouTube. On voit performance là et puis manière Mounka entraîner et puis. So I think it's all good. Let's just hope that the weather gives us some sunshine, and everything will be all right.
I know you all mentioned about the youth. There's a youth ambassador. Tell us about that.
Well, there is a youth ambassador to Koika. That's one of the group that we are twinned with as well. We twinned with that group from 2016. And he's actually coming down to St. Lucia to meet with the youths in order to do exchange with them. We have we have one of the teachers, Miss George from Sir Arthur, that they're already in contact with. I've contacted her, so she will be meeting with them. But they really need to meet with the youths. I'm hoping that they will be meeting with the youths from Babono. So there's a lot that can happen between the young people and the French countries. And I'm just hoping that St. Lucia, we will grab the opportunity, because a lot of things that we can do, we can learn from them, and they too are interested in learning from them, from us. Okay, and with regards to that, I must say that when we first went to have a meeting with the Minister for Local Government, he didn't know. I don't think. I mean, he heard about the association prior to him being in government. And he just grabbed the opportunity. He did not hesitate to call the mayor and said to the mayor, I'm here with Ms. Samuel and Mr. Daniel, and I would like you to meet them today. Make some time today to meet them, because he was really impressed with the project that was presented to him. And I have to say hats up to Mr. Honorable Richard Frederick, because he's a man of his word and he's a man of action.
Definitely.
And I'm hoping that we are not going to disappoint him, and as well as the vendors. His first discussion on TV, he said that nobody touched my vendors. And the mayor as well, the mayor for Castries, when we went to her, she grabbed the opportunity and said to us, our vendors, our vendors. And I know, Mr. Sidney, and you know too what we can do in order to enhance the product from St. Lucia. The Royal Women from Babono, they have traveled with us on more than one occasion. They've been to Marigalard, they've been to Guadeloupe, they've been to Martinique, they've been all over, because they were introduced to us by Tipo when we went in 2012.
Right.
So therefore, it is nothing new. The president for the association that we are teaming with, by the time we went up there in 2019 and do the first training, the Social Art and Crafts Center, they were there, and in less than a month, they ordered 150 funds from them.
Wow.
In less than a month. And they had to go and collect it in Martinique, because it was during COVID and there was no transaction. So therefore, and they wanted more than that. So they are coming down to do these things. So I'm telling you, it is just an
So
opportunity.
the market opportunity is there.
For us.
However, that discussion need to be have in the sense that there are a number of stuff that what I call it embargo that they don't want to come into Martinique. I don't know whether in that discussion this time around, at the round table discussion, that can come to the fore, and I'm sure the Minister for Local Government will attest to that. When it comes to our lobby going to Martinique, I think we need to know, there are reasons, I don't know the reasons why we cannot ship our lobby to Martinique, but I think maybe this weekend is an opportunity at our round table discussion to find out exactly what is the bottleneck that's preventing St. Lucia to ship, the lobby to Martinique.
Stock. It's vice versa, right? It's the same as when you come in from Martinique or French countries.
Yes, we know about the livestock because we understand about the disease transfer and stuff. But the lobby, I don't understand it. We need to, have no. It's a seafood, and the French love lobby.
So
they come down here and they really enjoy it. But I just want to know why, because I don't think we are able to understand the reasons behind it. But so maybe that's an opportunity that we can have a round table talk.
There's always a way around things. If in the sense that if we know, for example, why they are not allowing it,
then okay.
Or they will tell you it should be treated in that way and that way and that way, and so that
fine, exactly.
to bring it in.
Yes.
So there must be a way.
There must be a way around. That's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking we need to have that round table talk, to understand exactly, let us discuss it, to know exactly why it cannot be done. Because, we are just a stone's throw away, you understand? And it is being consumed in Martinique and St. Lucia. And as you know,
very popular
St. Lucia, the Martinican come down here and they really enjoy it. I was about to end. Any final words from you, Madam President?
Well, final words is just have to say thank you to everyone for the support throughout the years for our with the association. St. Lucia have really embraced. I know we've helped quite a few people in many fields. Okay, but we are now in process of doing having discussion with the president for the Cancer Society is going to be here, and he's really interested in meeting with the health department, which we have had a discussion prior to him arriving to St. Lucia. So I think it's going to be a lot, and I have to thank everybody and asking St. Lucia to come out, let the people see that they left the country and come here and we embrace them.
Definitely.
It is an opportunity for us to just grab it, and it is not going to be the first, it's not going to be the last.
Very good.
Okay, so thanks very much for everyone who have been viewing us, and then
Boris.
Well, finalement, moi quand je dis pour toute cette liste qui peut faire taper la constitution pas comme samedi qui a venu côté depuis bon 9h bagay qui a commencé pour taper et puis ouais qui ça qui a fait là moi ici a bon exhibition qui est là et puis côté ou quoi ouais bagay qui a fait en Martinique ou quoi ça acheter aussi et puis parce que c'est mon qui là yo ça vendre et que mon qui veut qui ça acheter so ces gens Martinique là aussi qui amène bail descendre pour
exhiber
oui pour assurer exhibition ben ma quoi veut dévier monter et puis bail sont les à c'est bail vendre comme ça. Toutes ces bagages à fait. Nous avons couillé à toute cette lycéenne pour sortir dehors. Pour tout moment samedi bon matin pour faire assurer yo point pas à dans ça qui a fait là.
D'accord.
Et puis comme moi sorti ici nous va continuer pour faire meeting nous pour faire assurer tout bagage courir coin de tête. So actuellement moi ni councillor McDonald, councillor Phyllis, councillor Gregory et puis les autres qui a la KSP pour nous ça continuer faire mettre en place.
D'accord. Avec mon avocat il a pas ou l'été.
No, mon amour.
Yep, thank you for being here, Modest. Thank you for being here, President, and I'm hoping for a successful activity.
Thank you very much.
You've been watching Agriculture on the Move. Thank you for viewing the program, and remember, agriculture is our business. It's fresh. St. Lucia's best. The money stays here. I'm Philip Sidney. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.